As shown in fiction shows like Money Heist, there are extremely smart robbers like the Professor, who has a brilliant and foolproof plan to make a heist. And it appears to be so compelling as a viewer that we think it would be so easy to rob a bank if we had a smart plan like the Professor. But the truth lies beneath the words that the show is fictional. Nevertheless, you don't need to worry, because there are people out there who are actually the real professors. In fact, they are as intelligent as the Professor from Money Heist, and this is what made the crime so spectacular. So, make sure to watch this video till the end to know about their smart robberies. Harry Winston Diamond Heist. There was a major robbery of diamonds that took place in Paris, France on December 4th, 2008, which was known as the Harry Winston Diamond Heist. During the robbery, the robbers targeted the Harry Winston Boutique on Avenue Montaigne, which is one of the most prestigious shopping areas in the city. And within minutes of entering the store, they had stolen an estimated 108 million worth of jewels from the store, including diamond rings, bracelets, and necklaces that were in the store. Despite the fact that the security cameras and security guards were present at the time, the robbers managed to evade them and escape on foot. After the theft occurred, the police were alerted to the theft, but by the time they arrived on the scene, the robbers had already fled the scene. Although the police launched a massive manhunt for the suspects, despite the fact that there were several leads and several arrests made, the jewels were never recovered. In the history of jewelry thefts, the Harry Winston Diamond Heist was one of the most biggest and audacious thefts. It's outstanding that the robbers were able to get away with so many jewels, and they were able to do so with an impressive degree of precision and planning. There's no doubt that the heist was a major blow to the reputation and prestige of the Harry Winston brand, as well as another reminder that jewelry theft continues to be one of the major threats to the world's major cities today. There's also an important lesson that can be learned from the Harry Winston Diamond Heist, which is the importance of proper security measures when it comes to preventing thefts of high-value items. Whether it's a jewelry store or another business that handles precious jewels or metals, it's important to take measures to protect the contents of their store, including the use of surveillance cameras, alarms, and security guards. Aside from this, they should also be prepared to respond quickly and effectively in the event of a theft, and they should work closely with the police in order to recover any items that have been stolen. The Gardner Museum Art Heist. In the evening of March 18, 1990, in the Massachusetts city of Boston, there was a major art heist that occurred at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. In a bizarre incident, the robbers entered the museum through a side door, overpowered the security guards, and stole 13 works of art, including masterpieces by Rembrandt and Vermeer, as well as Degas and Manet. In total, it's estimated that the stolen art is worth around $500 million in total. The robbers, who disguised themselves as police officers, spent more than 81 minutes inside the museum, carefully selecting the artworks that they wanted to steal before they were caught. Despite the fact that they ignored many of the most valuable pieces, including a Botticelli painting, they chose to focus on pieces by lesser-known artists with less fame. A number of paintings were stolen from the sale included Rembrandt's Storm on the Sea of Galilee, Vermeer's The Concert, and Degas' La Sortie des Passages. Even though an investigation is ongoing and several leads have been pursued, the stolen art has never been recovered, and the theft remains one of the most famous art heists in history to date. Despite the museum offering a $5 million reward for the return of the stolen art, to date, the reward has not been claimed. It is estimated that the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum art heist is one of the largest thefts of art in the history of the planet, but it is still unsolved to this day. It's widely recognized that the stolen artworks are priceless and irreplaceable, and their loss has been felt deeply by the art community as a whole. Moreover, it serves as a reminder of the vulnerability of art museums and of the importance of taking proper security measures in order to ensure the safety and security of valuable artworks. Last but not least, this comes out to be one of the old ones, but it still gives thrills just by listening about it, because even in the 60s, robbery was still surprising awesome. Just like some movies in that decade. The Great Train Heist. In 1963, or to be exact, on August 8, 1963, in Buckinghamshire, England, there took place a notorious heist called the Great Train Robbery. There was a group of 15 men, led by Bruce Reynolds, who robbed the Royal Mail train carrying £2.6 million, or the equivalent of about 50 million pounds today, in cash and valuables that were being carried on board. It was considered one of the most audacious and daring crimes of the 20th century, as it was meticulously planned and executed of its time. Basically, what happened was that the robbers tampered with the signals on the tracks, and then when the train stopped, they tampered with them in order to stop it. And again, they broke into the mail carriages and looted the cash and valuables of the passengers. It was a simple matter for them to open the mailbags with their cutting gear and load their haul onto a nearby farm truck. And following the robbery, the robbers fled the scene in a convoy of vehicles, leaving the train crew tied up in the mail carriages, where they continued their escape. As soon as the police became aware of the robbery, they received a call, but by the time they arrived on the scene, the robbers had already escaped to another location. Although a massive manhunt was launched by the authorities, the majority of the stolen cash, valuables, and jewels could not be found. There has been a number of leads and several arrests made as a result of the thefts, but the majority of the stolen money and valuables have never been recovered. The heist has raised questions about the security of Royal Mail trains and the need to better protect valuable cargo. Furthermore, it had an impact on the public's perception of crime, as it was seen as a symbol of the criminal underworld's ability to outwit the authorities in their attempts to enforce the law. There was no doubt that the Great Train Robbery was a significant blow to the reputation of the British police. They were criticized for the manner in which they handled the case. Additionally, it raised questions about the security of the Royal Mail trains and the need for better protection for valuable cargo in the future. On top of that, the heist had a profound impact on the public's perception of the crime, as it was seen as a symbol of the ability of the criminal underworld to outsmart the authorities in spite of the laws in place. So that concludes our video. What are your thoughts on it? Please share with us in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one. Until then, peace.